crazy mother. What it do, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Rod Corn, and you are now rocking with the mobile version of the SoulVizion Powercast. You know, that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw, and we talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Today we're going to watch a video. Young man is essentially just taking the blame for anything that goes wrong in the relationship, and then we're gonna kick it afterwards. Let's kick it.
I really and truly believe your woman is a reflection of you, and you're a reflection of your woman.
Definitely a reflection of your choices.
Of your choice.
Yeah.
If anything falls short, I'm taking accountability first. I'm apologizing first. You have to, because as a man, if something is wrong or something is off, she's a reflection of me. Let's go back to what you were just saying about sometimes how, as parents, it may be a tone of a history where they not approaching or coming and asking or saying a thing. You could create that in your home too.
Yeah.
You can create with your spouse, and so that's a reflection of an environment I done created, something I done did, or something I haven't been open to, or being vulnerable to, or being transparent about, or being honest about. I want to make sure my woman's emotional stability is coming from an environment I know I want to create.
Yeah.
Because the minute she's shutting down, it's something I done. She's a reflection of something I'm doing. The minute she's not doing the thing that she used to do all the time, like you told me last week, beware when she stopped doing it.
All right, so we got a young man talking about anything that goes wrong in a relationship, he's gonna take the blame. Men are supposed to be the leader, yada 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 yada. You know what, man? At this point, I want to ask: are we, as men, grown men, dating grown women? You know, mature grown women? Because I'm hearing this too often that men feel this. You know, and trust me, man, I've done it in the past, taking blame for things just to smooth everything over. You know, said sorry for stuff I didn't do, you know what I'm saying, just so that the argument would be over. But then I'll learn, like, yo, man, fuck that. Why? Because every time I do that, every time I take the blame for something that I didn't do, it enables her to think that she does no wrong. So when it comes a time when I need to put you in check and let you know, yo, you done fucked up with something like that, you know, it's no, I didn't. You know, you have to, as a leader, as they say so often on the internet, as a leader, you have to know when to chastise people, to what degree. You know, everything has to be done right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to just get down on you every time you do something. But when you do fuck up, you got to be called out on your mistakes so that you become how can you become a better person if I don't correct you on the things you do wrong? And I know there's a lot of women out there, they scream, we want equality, equality, but actually they want special treatment. They want to be absolved from any and everything negative. Any criticisms, they don't want any part of it. They want all of the credit, but none of the blame. They say they want equality, but equality is not always great, you know. And for men like me, you know, I'm gonna give a woman equality every time. You know, hey, carry your own shit. You know, I don't mind being a gentleman. But when it's not appreciated, I'm going to show you the other side of me and be on some fucking shit. You know what I mean? And women too often think that they can smile in your face and just get you to do any and everything. You know, it's like, no, y'all want this equality. Y'all said men aren't men anymore. You all said you have to become the men that you want, you know, in order to have a good man. I don't have any problem with that. I don't have any problem with that at all. And what y'all women say, I'm in my masculine energy, you know, in that pseudo-masculine form, it's all right with me. I'm not trying to bring you up out of it. It's not my job to bring a woman out of her masculinity. You know, and the reason why she's in that pseudo-masculine form in the first place is because she chose the wrong men time and time again. You know, I hear a bunch of women on the internet crying about, you know, y'all keep telling us to act right, and y'all keep telling us to choose right, you know, but then when we start choosing the kind of men that we want, you know, y'all got a problem. Now, we don't have a problem with you trying to choose the kind of men you want. We really don't. It's just that it's to a point where it's almost too late. Would that kind of man actually even want you? Because to be honest, let's keep it a buck. Most women done had every type of man between their legs, from the dusty to the baller, and everything in between. Y'all still ain't got it right. So, if I'm looking at this logically, it leads me to believe that the men aren't the problem. It's just basically you. You know, you're attracting those kind of people to you. And you know, now I have to assume that every single man you slept with was a bad dude. He wasn't a great guy. He wasn't a good guy. And that you were always 10 toes down from the whole nine. I have to assume that every man you slept with or been with was a bad guy. That still falls back on you because your picker is broke. You don't know how to pick men. Maybe if you knew who you were, you'd pick better. But instead of learning from that and telling the younger women, hey, don't get out here and participate in this hookup culture / hoe phase, instead of telling them that, you guys are doubling down on the bullshit y'all went through so y'all can take them through it, which makes no sense. I'm gonna tell a young man all day, every day, you know, bro, I'm gonna put it this way. Instead of trying to run through every female out there, man, spend that energy and that time trying to become the best version of yourself. You know, because at the end of the day, pussy ain't special. It's the person it's connected to that's special. Find you somebody special that finds you special, that's happy with themselves, and you have to be happy with yourself. She is knowledgeable of who she are and what she wants. I mean, she's knowledgeable of who she is, my fault, and what she wants, and you have to be the same, and then y'all come together. Your job is not to make a woman happy. Your job is to not disturb her happiness. That's what that is. You're not supposed to come in and intentionally destroy a woman's happiness. Now, let's be totally honest. It doesn't take much to make a woman unhappy. It really doesn't. So a lot of times you find yourself walking on eggshells. If you find yourself walking on eggshells, bro, that's the wrong woman for you. I'm just telling you from experience. From experience. You know, it's not that you're scared of her and this, that, and the other, as the myth in the black community goes, that all these tough-ass black women got men shook and scared. It's that you don't feel like arguing. You don't feel like going through the silence, the prolonged silence. It's like, man, I like to laugh. I like to kick it. Let's talk about any and everything. Let's enjoy one another. But how can you do that if you're either arguing or you both are, or she's not feeling like communicating now, right? So all I'm saying is, in a nutshell, bro, stop apologizing for things you did not do. You have to make her own up to all of the bullshit that she brought to the table. Just like you have to be man enough to own up for the stuff you bring. You know, OYBS. Own your bullshit. If everybody stood up and was mature about situations, man, first of all, marriages will last longer if people chose their partner for the correct reasons. You know, don't base it on just beauty and money, because that's gonna fall apart over time. But that's a story for another time. So you gotta own your bullshit. You gotta be mature about it, and you gotta make sure the woman you're dealing with is also mature, because you don't want to find yourself apologizing for every little thing that happens, especially when, one, you may not have intended for that thing to happen, or two, you just blatantly didn't do anything, period. You know, I believe in, when you have a woman, man, treat her nice, man. Especially, you know, treat her with love, respect, loyalty, all that good shit. Excuse me. But she has to come back and do the very same thing for you too. She has to do that for you too. She just can't think everything is going to go her way. And that's what's wrong with a lot of women out here, because they believe, because some nigga done got out here and said, happy wife, happy life. Nah, bro. Happy house, happy spouse. Or vice versa. Happy spouse, happy house. Whatever it goes, you're both supposed to enjoy happiness, love, loyalty, respect. You're supposed to both get that, right? So, bro, all I'm telling y'all is, man, I made the mistake of trying to be the one that, the bigger person, so-called, all the time by, hey, it's my fault, babe, I'm sorry. Man, that shit went down the drain quick, fast, in a hurry. Quick, fast, in a hurry. You know what I mean? Because the only thing I did was, they lose respect for you over time. And then they get to thinking like, damn, everything is his fault. And they really start believing that everything was your fault. And they believe that because guess why? You did not step up and correct her when she was on her bullshit. I'm sorry, man, but I think a lot of men out here subconsciously try to protect their mother through this bullshit they do for women, this bullshit pandering they do to women. I think they really think they're protecting their mothers from those guys their mothers got ran up in, ran up by, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do that, bro. If you're dealing with a grown woman, a grown mature woman, you don't have to do that. You can correct her just as well as she can correct you. Y'all got to be able to communicate like that. That's one of the 5 C's: communication. That's very vital. Very vital to any. That's the basic foundation to any relationship, is communication. So, brothers, in a nutshell, y'all gotta stand on your business. Do not apologize for things you did not do. Make sure you own up to the things you do. You expect greatness out of yourself, well, you gotta expect greatness out of your partner as well. So, hey man, it's 2026. We're still in the mix, and we're gonna rise and fly.